little bit, but I need to do this like housekeeping kind of little stuff, basically about my channel, because there are people that tune in obviously for the first time. Okay, so if you can see this, basically it says personal empowerment. Anything I'm going to talk about on my channel, whether it's it is my own personal journey, but I have a playlist specific to that, right? What I'm working on, what I've been working on. Then I have other different playlists, are different things that have helped me in my life through movies and different things like that. And that's why music, movies, whatever it is, and I will post those on there because those are the things that have helped me, right, and shaped me. While I don't consider them really outside noise, because while I still had to pick apart through them, that's different than what I'm going to talk about. So all of my shows and everything that I'm talking about, there's some sort of tie-in to personal empowerment, right? So if you are a person that might be interested in that, or you don't even know yet, if you are, because you're just listening to me for the first time, because there are people that may not know what that means, don't see the benefit of it, don't care, weren't shown it wasn't how they grew up, to even talk in a language, to even say, for example, that we maybe to say programmed, brainwashed, I don't like to use that, programmed, conditioned, influenced, and I'm going to call it all outside noise, because all of it's influencing our inner intuition and trusting. Okay, so that's first and foremost, my job, I feel like, is my job, and part of my mission is to help you find out what your truth is for you. If you are not a person that even believes in that, like I just said, and you have heavy influence of your family or your religion or whatever it is, you're maybe not going to see that there's a personal truth. You just know that there's one truth out there, and that's what you've been shown and taught, and that's what you believe. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, I just explained sense of freedom. You are on your own personal journey. When I say that, I have to explain it as that, in that way, because some people don't believe that they have a choice. And a lot of this comes back to an authoritarian structure, right? So whether you were spanked or whatever it is, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be government. It could be your parents, okay? So back in the day, whatever, if you want to call it being enslaved, basically when you did something considered wrong, or told no to, that has affected your ability to decide for yourself, right? And I know I came from that way, which when I heard that term people pleaser, I'm like, okay, this explains a lot. I also think as a result of being a people pleaser, that probably contributed to the introvertedness. I don't know if it was one way or the other. I don't know, when I read about horoscopes and stuff like that with like the Leos, some of the Leo characteristics are my truth, and they are accurate, and some are not. So I don't know, as far as like Leos being leader, I was like, but I was so introverted. So it's almost like maybe the suppressing of my natural is what happened, and the introvertedness. Okay, so just carried on. My desire to solve problems and deal with myself, that's why when I was such a young age, so we're going to say between 12 and 14, I don't know at what point, I think it was in church, that's where kind of things started, like where I started thinking for myself. I guess that's what it is maybe the beginning stages of that, because again, I don't like to keep saying that. You've heard me say this before, but we'll just pretend it's your first time and you haven't listened to my other shows from the beginning, basically talking about how I grew up both Baptist and Buddhist. And I related, while I started in Christianity at a young age, and I think I really liked it. It's hilarious talking about VBC, Vacation Bible School, and being baptized, which I totally don't even regret, because I still believe and all the sanctity and all the beautifulness and the pureness and the cleansing and everything. I could not relate to things that they were saying in the church. I know people get really sensitive on this topic, and I'm not here to say anybody's way is right or wrong, right? This is again going back to personal journey. Let's not expect that everybody is going to understand or even, not think bad of us. I know that I am not here. The purpose is like to be liked and um, make everybody happy, right? The people pleaser thing, because I just have to speak my truth and share with others. That's what I'm here to do. And if it part of it, right, and sharing with my journey and what has happened as a result of my growth. Okay, so I have to interject that. I'm trying to not make my shows so long, but I would like you guys to hear that kind of stuff because I stay neutral on a lot of things. It's not because I'm not wanting to rock the boat, because that activism side of me is there. It's just not to point at anybody and say it is wrong or organized religion is wrong or this or that, because I do know what it was like, and that was the part that made me walk away. I mean, I still ended up going to church because I didn't want to disappoint my stepmom, but I did do things I think were rude, like reading in Sunday school class Clive Barker's Hellraiser book underneath the table, and that I did not have the balls or the guts to speak up to her because she probably would have understood, right, that I didn't want to go. But basically, one of the things that steered me away from that, I'm from Baptist, which I heard is extreme, but I don't know to say that I thought my church was extreme there in Pennsylvania, but basically it was like they were saying, and this is a part of the organized religion, is following these list of things. If you don't follow these list of things, you're going to hell. And I can go back and say, specifically, okay, they said that, okay, XYZ is wrong. And I didn't believe in my heart that I'm a good person, and being a good person and I don't follow these rules, I'm going to hell. Like, I don't get it. And the same thing of like sinning. Well, sinning, I sin, that means I'm sinning every day just because I swear. Like, so the strictness of the rules, and I'm not saying that Buddhism, because it can get very complicated. Buddhism, I believe, is more of a philosophy and a way of life. We are not worshiping statues, and there's different types of Buddhism, even though we're all going for the same. It's like I feel like we're all going for the same goal, but I don't even know that I really can say that, because even some Buddhists believe they're actually doing things in this life to, maybe the word is, earn merit for the next life. So they're doing different things and different. I just basically pick and choose, right? Because I also take from the Stoics. I also, who else? The thought leaders. I don't give it other examples, but free thinkers. And then I also take from Ernest Holmes. So if most of you have not read, or any of you have not read or listened to my shows with my book excerpts, I talk about him and a lot of his prayers and use of the word God. So I didn't, into my early 20s, come into being okay with the word God until then. Okay, so that's how I'm able to integrate. So I integrate all these different systems or beliefs into my own, but I'm not rigid. So I adapt, just like they say, black and gray. And my beliefs, right, I'm not going to talk about here so much, in more so of that I believe in source. I believe in oneness, all of us, and mirror images of each other. And I won't go deep into that because you all can explore on your own. If you really want me to talk about that more, I don't know that you do. All I can do is I'll just share maybe some experiences, if not in this video on this topic with Shawn Ryan. I'll talk about that more. Okay, so the desire to work on myself, and then reading lots of books and different things at that age and exploring, and then I just learned from there. And then as far as like the self-help, and you would have thought I would be a psychologist, just wanting to understand myself, wanting to understand other people, but it helped me understand myself. And also